Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers linebacker SirVocea Dennis and why I believe he's primed for a breakout season if he can stay healthy. I want to start this off by talking about a couple of quotes Jason Licht and Todd Bowles gave on SirVocea Dennis in recent memory. So on March 31st, 2025, when asked on how intrigued he is by what third-year linebacker SirVocea Dennis can do when healthy, General Manager Jason Licht had this to say: "Super intrigued. That was a big blow to us, bigger than a lot of people knew when he wasn't able to play for us last year because he was really coming on. I think he's a very good starting linebacker in this league. I think we've got the issue resolved and he's ready to go." Then, when asked on what the team has seen from Dennis on the field, Jason Licht had this to say: "He's very explosive, he's fast, he's instinctive, he's got a quick trigger, he's an instinctual player, both in the run game and the pass game, very, very smart." Now, the next day, April 1st, when Todd Bowles was asked on his impressions of linebacker SirVocea Dennis, Bowles said, we thought we had a heck of a player when he was on the field. We really thought he was making big strides, first, second, and third down. He's just not a third down player. Again, he had the shoulder. The shoulder had been hurt since he came out of college. He got it taken care of. We would like to see him healthy. You can't go by that. We've got to keep adding pieces. We think he's a heck of a football player, and we also think we got a good football player in Anthony Walker Jr. Of course, we've talked about him in a separate video. He really showed some good stuff on tape. We think we got better there. Would we like to add somebody else there when we get a chance? Yes, we would, because you can't rely on people if they're not healthy. But if he can come back and have a healthy spring and healthy summer, he will be a big factor for us. So again, health is the biggest factor here for SirVocea Dennis, right? The potential is very high for what Dennis can do as a linebacker. And in fact, I want to take a quick look at his Pro Football Focus numbers this past season before he went down with injuries. So taking away this Philadelphia game, because he only played 5 snaps in that game, you take a look at what he was able to do in these first 3 games against the Washington Commanders, for example. He had a very good tackling grade of 79.7, an overall defensive grade of 61.2. The next 2 games were a little bit rough in terms of tackling ability, a grade of 32.1 against Detroit, a grade of 40.6 against Denver. The defensive grade was still very good, though. 70.5 overall in week number 2, 71.1 overall in week number 3. One thing that's very consistent with SirVocea Dennis is his coverage ability. You take a look, he never had anything below 56.6, even in the limited time he got hurt. So SirVocea is a very, very good coverage linebacker. It's something that Todd Bowles was talking about in his quote, where he said, hey, he's not just a third down linebacker, just a coverage specialist, so to speak. And whenever we take a look back at his grades, which is kind of eerie, he played the same amount of snaps in 2023 as in 2024. This goes to show how much injuries have been a concern for SirVocea these first couple of years. You do see some improvement, in my opinion. In the run defense, he went from a 48.4 in 2023 to a 54.1 in 2024. Improved his overall defensive grade from a 64.7 to a 67.3 from 23 to 24. His coverage grade improved to 72.6 to a 74.3. Pass rush did fall off. Tackling did get better from a 27.8 to a 33.2. It is safe to say that you can understand where Jason Licht and where Todd Bowles are coming from whenever we talk about, hey, if SirVocea would have had a full season's worth of work and was able to play a full season's worth of games, you probably would have seen these numbers improve even more, right? Maybe his defensive grade could have gotten up to a 70. His coverage grade could have stayed the same. Maybe the tackling would have gotten somewhere into the 40s or 50s. Maybe that run defense grade would have gotten somewhere up into the 60s, right? And I know that these grades, I know that these numbers aren't glamorous at the end of the day. There are some positives to take away, but there are some negatives to take away as well. The point being, though, is this. We're talking about a guy who's only played 209 total snaps in his NFL career so far to this point. Health has been the biggest factor for Dennis, not just in terms of getting on the field, but possibly even holding him back from taking that next step as well. But whenever you have the general manager and the head coach saying, hey, we believe in his potential, he can be a big factor for us. He was supposed to be a big factor in 24, but then he got hurt. That shoulder issue that he's had since coming out of college is fixed now. If he can stay healthy in the spring, if he can stay healthy in the summer, we have a lot of faith in this guy. That's positive things, right? It's not just me saying that. That's the head coach and the general manager saying that as well, and they would know better than anybody, really, right? So there's a lot of intrigue in Dennis this upcoming season. I really hope that this young man is able to stay healthy to showcase what he can do, because I do think we were starting to see SirVocea improve last year, and I think that we will continue to see that improvement take fruition and happen if he can stay healthy. So what do you guys think about SirVocea Dennis? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about him down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.